Well, Rob, that search goes on at this hour, and it's probably as cause is not going to be found, certainly before night's end. And we're not going to learn the identities of the two people who perished in the house right behind me, right there. But as you'll see in my upcoming report, it seems that when the fire department got here, there really was no hope to save them.
To the right of the shot, that area there is the kitchen. When we arrived, the roof had already collapsed back there. You can see that top peak there. It collapsed all the way to the top of the peak.
Though firefighters were on the scene just 5 minutes after receiving a call that a ranch-style house was ablaze in Addison, their deputy chief says they soon realized they were too late to save a pair of elderly people inside.
They both were out of bed when we discovered them.
Huh.
So,
what does that indicate to you?
well, it could have indicated that something did alert them and they tried standing up. And unfortunately, once you stand up, there's superheated air. And if you breathe that in, it's going to get you. You're going to wind up passing out.
Neither the DuPage coroner nor the police have released their identities, but the deputy fire chief confirms neighbors' accounts that they were an elderly couple that kept to themselves. What you could gather, or they like?
They just took care of their yard and didn't bother nobody. He was nice when you talked to him. I talked to him a couple of times, said hi to him, and waved at him. He said he was taking care of his handicapped wife.
Whenever a fire results in deaths, the state fire marshal investigates and pays attention to the possibility of arson. Canines found no signs of fire accelerants.
It's quiet here, very peaceful. Everyone minds to themselves. Nobody really bothers anybody else.
With the fire out and the house boarded up, a closer look at the damage was possible. And despite the morning rain, the stench of burned aluminum and wood and dreams was everywhere.
I understand the smoke detectors matter. People have this misconception that you can smell fire or smell smoke when you're sleeping. It's not the case. I really think people don't think it can happen to them until it happens.
And that, of course, is a point very much worth underlining here. The deputy fire chief not saying necessarily that these folks could have been saved if they did have working smoke detectors, but their chances might have gone up considerably. By all accounts, they were just lovely people who lived in this very quiet neighborhood. They used a golf cart to come out and get their mail at their mailbox down about 40 yards from their home. And at this hour, despite the whole day going by, you can still really feel and smell that stench of the fire that happened right behind me.